Why should I work to generate positive reviews? Isn't just fixing the problem? Remember step 3, I fixed all my problems. Steve, isn't that enough? It's not enough. A couple reasons. One, we talked about, only 1.5% of people review businesses anyway. But more than that, a company called Vision Critical found that it takes 10 to 12 positive reviews to make up for one negative review in the mind of consumers. So we have to start generating 5-star reviews to make some of those 1 and 2-star reviews be less important to consumers. But be careful not to violate FTC guidelines. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm going to give you some basics, okay, about the FTC. I know dealers who do this. They give every positive reviewer a coupon for a free oil change. That's great. That's no problem. In fact, you can solicit positive reviews. You can ask people to only give me 5-star reviews. You can even pay them for those reviews. Yes, legally. Remember, I'm not an attorney. So Steve Stauning says, not a defense. But you can pay for these reviews. You can tell someone, if you give me a positive 5-star review, I'm going to give you a coupon for a free oil change. But here's the catch. The review must disclose this payment. The reviewer must put in their review that they got a free oil change for posting this review. They're not going to do that. They're just going to get themselves and you in trouble potentially. Listen, paying for reviews is a short-term play, and truly raving fans won't need to be paid. If you have done step 3, if you fixed everything in your business, you can ask people for 5-star reviews and they will give them to you. Now, if you want to avoid FTC mistakes, then get a partner, all right? Let me tell you about Friendemic, okay? Friendemic is a partner of mine, and they work in all industries. They're experts in social media and reputation management, and they have prices as low as $20 for their weekly analytics and reporting. Now, if you sign up through undeniableadvantage.com, you'll have my support as well. And with a 6-month commitment from them through my site, you'll avoid the setup fee. So again, go to undeniableadvantage.com, write this down, recommended, go to the drop down after the recommended, and look for reputation and social. You'll find Friendemic, you'll find Freebirds in there. When you order through my site, you'll get my support as well. So, but Steve, you're talking about Friendemic, you're talking about Freebirds, which is best? Listen, Freebirds is more than reputation and social, and is also only for autos at this time. So who should you go with? Freebirds has a lot of, they're going to drive a lot of service revenue for you, a lot of sales revenue beyond the reputation and social. They have terrific email marketing. If you're a big group or an OEM, then it's Freebirds, and that's because of the reporting. There's no better reporting that I've seen in the reputation management realm than Freebirds. We'll look at a little bit of it today. If you want to do most of it yourself, then it's Friendemic, because you can pick and choose the little pieces that you want to buy. If you're not in autos, if you're not a car dealer or a motorcycle dealer or RV dealer, then it's Friendemic. It's hands down. Both are highly recommended and fully vetted by me, and both of them are on undeniableadvantage.com/recommended/reputation and social. You can find them there. All right, enough selling. Let's talk about Yelp. Let's be clear. Yelp's pretty important, but I think Yelp sometimes stinks. I'm going to be nice. I think they sometimes stink as a review site from the viewpoint of the business and the viewpoint of the user, and here's why. Their fake review algorithm can be so out of control and so inaccurate that the Yelp star rating is sometimes meaningless, even in the relative, even when I'm comparing two businesses together. See, you have to actually read through tons of reviews to get the whole picture of any business on Yelp. Now, I think that's Yelp's plan, right? Is to get you to read everything that, they want you to read more reviews so they get more ad views. Now, Yelp can be extremely frustrating for businesses. And here's why, and we'll talk about their review algorithm in a second. In the past, it seemed like only 5-star reviews were considered questionable by Yelp's review algorithm. But lately, I've even seen some 1-star reviews that are withheld from the main Yelper's viewpoint. So what does Yelp say? Well, Yelp says this, and let's take a look at it here. Yelp says, we use automated software to recommend the reviews we think will be the most helpful to the Yelp community based primarily on quality, reliability, and the reviewers' activity on Yelp. Advertisers get no special treatment. The reviews below didn't make the cut. This is where they put the reviews that they don't show, the suppressed reviews. Didn't make the cut and are therefore not factored into this business's overall star rating. Watch the video above or check out our FAQ for more details. Now, the problem with what they just said is that there's really no rhyme or reason. Look at these two reviews. This 4-star restaurant review from a regular Yelper with friends is buried. This was a hidden review. Judy R. in New York wrote this well thought out 4-star review. She's got 18 reviews on Yelp, 31 friends, and hers was buried. But so was this 1-star car dealer review. It was buried. Now this dealer, by the way, has 38 buried reviews and 28 shown for their star rating. Why would either Judy or Vladimir review anybody on Yelp again? Vladimir has 37 friends on Yelp, but he's only placed 1 review, so he got buried. But Judy's got 31 friends on Yelp and 18 friends, and hers was buried. Why would either person Yelp again? Why? I would be so frustrated with Yelp, I wouldn't make another Yelp review. Yelp's got to figure this out. Now, what can trigger Yelp's filters? It's important as a business that you understand what's going to trigger their filter and filter out my good reviews. One is your IP address. If someone is on your Wi-Fi, leaving a review from a traditional computer just directly on Yelp, on Yelp.com, right, on their website, it's probably going to be filtered. The difference here is they could be on your Wi-Fi on their Yelp app if they're a regular Yelper, and it's actually going to be good for you. Because if they Yelp somewhere other than the location of your store, that's also going to trigger the Yelp filter, and it could filter out the review. That's probably what happened to Judy. Judy probably made this review from home, and so Yelp filtered it out. So we do want them to make the reviews from our place of business, but we don't want them to use our computer, because another way to trigger the Yelp filter is to have many reviews originating from one computer. I know a lot of car dealers out there did this. You had that one iPad that had all the review sites on it, and you'd hand it over to the customer while they're sitting at the F&I desk, and you'd have them fill out a positive review for you right there. And what happened to all of those reviews? That's right, they got wiped away because they didn't pass the algorithm at Yelp or even Google. Another way to trigger the Yelp filter is they've only written 1 review, or they have no profile information, or they don't link their Yelp profile to their Facebook profile. Another way to trigger is if it's strongly slanted, both plus or minus. And then finally, if it's too short or provides no details, that will be triggered as well. So the worst service ever might be too short, I guess, for Vladimir. All right. So how can you make sure that you get your reviews on Yelp? Well, one way that you get reviews on Yelp is to ask. Make sure you're asking for Yelp reviews, but don't do it too often. For example, if your business only sees, say, a couple dozen consumers a day, don't try to get 10 Yelp reviews in a single day, because Yelp is going to start to flag those. So take your time, ask for a few Yelp reviews a day. That's all it takes. It doesn't take more than 1 Yelp review a day before a year you've got what? 250 to 350 reviews, right? In-store is best. It's best when they're standing in your dealership or in your restaurant or at your hotel, and you just ask them. If you know you've already identified them as a raving fan, you say to them, hey, do you have the Yelp app on your phone? And if they are a regular Yelper, you say, hey, would you mind Yelping about us now? We really want everyone to know what our customers think about us. So we need to give the reviewer some credibility. That's another way to get our reviews on Yelp. So look at this Jonathan H's review. This should have been flagged, right? It shouldn't have made it through. It's a 1-star review. It has no detail. It's too short. He has 0 friends, and he's left 1 review. So why did this review get through? How come this review got through? This review got through because 2 people said it was useful and 1 person said it was funny. See, when you vote reviews as useful, funny, or cool, you will give legitimacy to the review. You will give credibility to the review. So make sure you and your employees are seeking out those 5-star reviews that are getting buried and vote for them, okay? When a new 5-star review pops up, vote for it. Respond to all the positive reviews. If there's a back and forth and engaged business, it's more likely that that review is going to be posted on the good side of Yelp versus the buried side. Make sure you friend the reviewer and have your employees friend the reviewer as well. Remember, the more friends they have, the more likely that review is going to make it through. Now, because this review was voted useful, funny, or cool, that's why this 1-star review probably passed. Now, later we're going to show how to share filtered reviews, because you're still not going to have all the reviews that you'd like to be shown to your customers shown. So there's a Subaru dealer in California. When we look at best and worst practices, we'll look at what they're doing to get their filtered reviews shown.